front. It was a perfect ball from Shedeur. So, yeah, I've been very, very impressed with him. And
so Browns owner Jimmy Haslam has distanced himself from the Shedeur Sanders pick.
Hey, he's been a good person, a model individual in the locker room. He's very infectious. He's in the community.
They said he was too flashy. Not ready. Just Coach Prime's son. But 8 days in a training camp, Shedeur Sanders has turned Cleveland upside down. One pass at a time, the Browns drafted others. Yet the rookie with the spotlight now controls the conversation. So why is the front office backing away from his name? And how did Shedeur go from outsider to the fans' favorite? The truth is, nothing about this depth chart battle is what it seems.
So first team reps, Browns radio analyst Nathan Zagura, who's been out at training camp the whole time, with what he thinks relative to that, and Shedeur Sanders.
When the Cleveland Browns opened training camp this year, the quarterback spotlight was supposed to shine on veterans and draft picks with pedigree. Kenny Pickett, still nursing a hamstring, had NFL experience and name value. Dillon Gabriel, the Browns' recent third-round selection, brought promise and college accolades. Joe Flacco, a proven backup with a Super Bowl ring and years of service behind him. But Shedeur Sanders? He was meant to be a developmental piece, someone to watch for the future, not someone expected to stir headlines in the present. Yet just over a week into camp, everything changed. Sanders, the rookie many saw as an afterthought, started carving up defenses in close practices. His stat line wasn't just impressive, it was commanding. 70% completions, no interceptions, 6 touchdowns, and 70 attempts. Meanwhile, Gabriel needed 17 more reps to complete just one more pass, with less efficiency and more turnovers. Coaches started whispering. Teammates started nodding. And the fans? They were already chanting his name. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not this fast. Not this decisively. But Shedeur Sanders is no longer just learning the system. He's rewriting the expectations.
So Browns owner Jimmy Haslam has distanced himself from the Shedeur Sanders pick, saying that the GM was the one who made that call and not him. So why wouldn't he want stake on such a low-risk, high-reward situation?
That's when everything changed. In a press appearance that raised more questions than it answered, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam distanced himself from the Shedeur Sanders selection. That was the GM's call, he said, casually but purposefully. And just like that, a narrative shifted. The front office wasn't unified. The decision to draft Sanders, a quarterback now outperforming expectations, was suddenly being compartmentalized, segmented, disowned. To many, it felt like damage control. But to others, especially analysts like Nick Wright, it felt like something worse, a quiet disapproval of the entire Sanders experiment. Why would the owner of a struggling franchise, desperate for stability under center, downplay a rising star? Why brush off a low-risk, high-upside pick who's generating locker room support and fan excitement? Behind closed doors, some insiders whisper that the Browns weren't sold on Shedeur from the beginning, that his fame, his father, his brand, all of it made certain executives uneasy. But here's the danger. When a franchise doubts its own talent, that uncertainty spreads. Into the locker room, into the coaching staff, into the public. The Browns might have drafted a future leader, but if they don't back him now, they risk something far worse than a misstep. They risk watching another franchise reap the reward.
No, I've really seen that they help each other and they work together. You know, the guys are not afraid to make a mistake, go out there and try to make a play, but also helping each other up.
While the front office spun narratives and the media questioned motives, the Browns' locker room told a different story. A quieter one built on trust, on effort, on the subtle respect only earned through sweat. Myles Garrett, Cleveland's cornerstone, the voice players listen to when no cameras are rolling, spoke candidly. Sanders wasn't a distraction. He wasn't a diva. He was a worker. And more importantly, he was theirs. Day after day, Shedeur showed up 40 minutes before practice. And he stayed 40 minutes after. No cameras, no fanfare, just him a ball on the grind. That kind of commitment doesn't go unnoticed in a league where habits matter more than headlines. Even inside the media tent, his presence shifted dynamics. When reporters abandoned a teammate mid-interview to swarm Shedeur, he told PR staff he wouldn't speak until they finished with the other player. Small gesture, big message. Sanders wasn't demanding the spotlight. He was deflecting it. To the coaches, it mattered. To his teammates, it bonded him to the roster. No longer was he just Dion's kid. He was a Cleveland Brown. A rookie quarterback earning stripes the right way, in silence, in sweat, and in solidarity. And in a locker room that's seen too many fractured seasons, that kind of unity might be more valuable than any stat line.
Visit him, he said, listen, I'm not getting that many reps right now. I'm going to just concentrate on learning what I need to do and getting it done. He's out there 40 minutes before practice, 40 minutes after practice. Hey, he's been a good person, a model individual in the locker room. He's very infectious. He's in the community. That he can throw the ball, and he has been accurate, and he has had some nice splash plays in camp.
The countdown is on. Just days from now, the Browns take the field for their first preseason game. And the quarterback depth chart, once thought to be carved in stone, now feels written in sand. Kenny Pickett's hamstring remains a question mark. Dillon Gabriel, once the presumed frontrunner, is battling inconsistency and shrinking confidence. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders? He's trending in the opposite direction. He's accurate. He's composed. He's respected. And he's making this decision agonizingly complicated for head coach Kevin Stefanski. There's pressure from every side. Ownership appears cautious, perhaps even resistant. The front office, after weeks of deflection, is suddenly quiet. And Stefanski? He's caught in the crosshairs of expectation and legacy. Pick the wrong quarterback, and this season could mirror the chaos of years past. Pick the right one, and the tide could finally turn. The Cleveland Browns have cycled through 40 quarterbacks since 1999. From busts to injuries to controversy. This franchise has worn quarterback drama like a scar. And now, standing at the center of it all is a rookie, hungry, humble, and unshakably focused. It feels familiar. It feels uncertain. But maybe, just maybe, this time is different.
Shedeur, there is a 5% chance Shedeur is the Browns franchise quarterback. 5%. More than 1, less than 10, somewhere in there.
He wasn't supposed to rise this quickly. Wasn't supposed to outshine veterans. Wasn't supposed to become the face of training camp in less than 2 weeks. But here we are. Shedeur Sanders is no longer just a storyline. He's the story. His mechanics are clean. His demeanor is unshaken. In a locker room, it's already looking at him differently. And yet, doubt still lingers. Ownership hasn't thrown its weight behind him. The coaching staff is playing it close to the vest. And fans, while electrified, are bracing for another case of what could have been. So we leave the question with you. Should Kevin Stefanski ride the hot hand and let the rookie lead? Or will the Browns, once again, stumble over hesitation, sacrificing progress for politics? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who should be under center for Week 1? The battered vet, the struggling pick, the seasoned backup, or the kid who's already rewriting Cleveland's script? We'll be watching. And come August 8th, so will the rest of the league.